Hey, what's going on everybody? Rob A here, and today we are taking a look at Mega Construx Pokemon Series 3 Pokeballs. And as you can see, they did a little change up for this series. We've actually got Premier Balls instead of the regular Pokeballs, which is pretty cool. I think I even mentioned that in a previous review that I wish they kind of switched up which Pokeballs they were so you could have a nice, cool selection of those to have. But in any case, here are 3 of the 6 characters from that wave of Pokeballs. I've got Spinarak, I've got Poliwag, and I've got Mimikyu. And the reason I chose these 3 to start with is because I've never actually played Pokemon Sun or Moon, so I'm not familiar with many of the Pokemon that are in this particular wave. Like Mimikyu here, I'm not familiar with, but I know, I guess, enough about to kind of, constitute getting the set. But I do plan on getting them all eventually, but I figured I would start with these 3 because I do recognize Spinarak and Poliwag, of course, as being previous Pokemon characters. But anyway, so they each cost $6.99. I picked these up at my local Target store, and Spinarak has 34 pieces, Poliwag has 16 pieces, and Mimikyu has 18 pieces. And kind of the way I think they do this is that they get a total piece count across the entire wave, and then they can kind of, you get a few smaller sets here that, don't necessarily feel like a value, but they actually are because they use some of the money that they saved from, only 18 pieces or 16 pieces to put into the larger, more intricate characters like Spinarak here with 34 pieces. So it kind of balances out overall in the grand scheme of things. Plus they have the Pokeball here to kind of, balance that cost out. Anyway, I'm going to stop, yammering on. There's really nothing on the back, a bunch of safety information if you're interested in that sort of thing. You can see on the side here, they got pictures of the Pokemon characters. And then on the bottom, of course, they have the UPC code, which you can go ahead and pause the video and, take a screenshot, whatever, and see if your local store has these in stock. But in any case, we've got these 3. I'm going to go ahead, open them up and put them together, and we will check them out in just a moment. Alright guys, so here we go. We have the first half of Wave 3. Full disclosure, it's been a little while since I filmed the package part of this review. I've just had so much stuff come up. But anyway, let's move right along. Let's check out Poliwag first here. As you can see, he's chilling out on his little Premier Ball, which you can, of course, open up and keep this guy inside whenever you get tired of looking at him, I guess. So, Poliwag here is pretty adorable. If we take him off of this little post, there we go, and take a look a little closer. So Poliwag is just a little blob, He's got some little feet. You can't really move them back and forth, but you can move them side to side if you so desire. So you can do a little kick like, no, I don't know you, get away from me, that's my purse, that kind of thing. Or you can just kind of leave them in these little divots here and kind of move them around. Not a whole lot by way of posability. You can swivel the tail, I guess, if you really want to. And the tail is very nicely printed. You can see that it's actually got like 3, well, maybe you can see that it's got 3 different colors on it. So it's very nicely shaded. It starts with the main body blue and then shifts to a lighter blue and then to a very light whitish blue. The shape of the head is rather odd. I'm pretty sure the Poliwags are supposed to be kind of just round with the tail kind of sticking out. For whatever reason, probably because they had to attach the tail somehow. This is it's a very strange shape. And sad to say, I was thinking Poliwag was going to be my favorite from this wave. I think it's my least favorite, actually. It's kind of weak, to be honest with you. That's not to say it's terrible. It's just not really doing anything for me like I thought it would. But the colors are nice. I love the tail. I love what they did with the tail. That's all really real well done. But the figure itself is just a little like, I don't know, it's just a little strange. Just a little, something's off about it, that's all. But it does come with this nice little tile with a stud on it, so you can pop your Poliwag on top right there. There you go. Let's check out Mimikyu. Now, Mimikyu, full stop. I know about Mimikyu. I know it's a ghost fairy type Pokemon. And I know that it's like some kind of monster under like a rag that looks like Pikachu or something like that. So it's a little bit bizarre. But I've never actually played Pokemon Sun or Moon, so I don't like have first-hand experience with Mimikyu, but it looks neat. So I guess that's enough. You can get its bashed form, I think it's, or busted form, out of this figure, because you can just kind of tilt the head back, and now it's like, oh, it's busted. You busted it. There you go. And as far as posability, that's really all there is. You can move the tail back and forth like that. If you move the head forward, you can probably get it, yeah, a little further out. But it's just on this little this little post here, so you can, I guess, move it forward if you wanted to do that as well. And the head, of course, is on a ball joint, so you can move that around however you like. And the ears are also posable, so you can kind of move those however suits you. So you got that going on. But other than that, there's not really much else other than to show you this really, really nicely done printing they have here for Mimikyu. And then the little, I'm assuming these are the actual eyes of the Pokemon on the back. Very nice. And I think you can actually, and again, we get a nice little tile with a stud here. And you should be able to actually fit this guy inside, I would think. Yeah, you can fit him. You can fit him. See, he fits inside. All right. Pop him right there. And last but certainly not least, in fact, it might be the most, is Spinarak here. Very, very nicely put together Spinarak, and he's also attached to the Premier Ball by way of this little peg in the middle of his abdomen, or thorax? I don't know, whichever. But his head is on a ball joint. So very nice. You get some posability there. He's got all the nice parts you're looking for. He's got the pincers. He's got his little head horn. And he's got a lot of posability in these legs. So his legs are all on ball joints. As you can see, dual ball joints. 2 ball joints for each leg. So you can get lots of nice posabilities out of that. You move them all the way around. All the way around. And if you want to get this even further out, you can move these back, kind of turn it and stuff like that, so you can get, whoops, you can knock his legs off just like you would with a real spider. Am I right, everybody? So yeah, you get a lot of nice little creepy, and he's got a nice little face, or you know, the printing on his butt, which looks great, and the printing on his eyes looks great. And again, he's got that little post down here, so you can kind of attach him wherever you can find a spot that will hold such a thing. You can put him on top of the Pokeball and have him like holding on to it. So yeah, Spinarak, I think so far is probably my favorite from this wave. Again, I haven't picked up the last 3, and mostly that is due to the fact that I have not played the most recent Pokemon game, so I'm not familiar with all of those Pokemon characters. So I kind of went for what I knew first. But I'll probably pick them up at some point, especially if you guys enjoy this video. So speaking of, very cool Spinarak. Look at that. Look at that, very nice. So that is going to actually do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. It does help me out. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more. And if you do that, you leave some comments, say, hey, good video, I want to see more. Maybe I'll go out and buy the rest of those Pokemon Pokeballs. But for now, I'm going to go take a shower and a nap. I'll see you guys later. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.